I really don't want to be here right now. My nephew's birthday party. I feel obligated to go. Obliged to go, even though I barely know anyone here. Not much of family left in this area, just me and my sister. These are her neighbors, co-workers, people I don't know. Honestly, given my gaming habits and juvenile computer crimes, I probably have more in common with these kids than the adults. All anyone says to me is, I heard about your parents. My condolences. It's a default topic to approach me with. Funny how nobody says that to my sister. For her, they're talking about their own kids, local restaurants, weather, other adult small talk. Thanks, Kat. I worked really hard on it. For me? Wow, you must be really depressed, huh? That's too bad. And other low-hanging sympathies. All while I stand here feeling like I'm falling apart. Head pounding, joints aching after terrible sleep. So I'm keeping off to the side, trying not to be a downer. Feeling very much like a party sick is an instruction manual, not song lyrics. I'll wait just long enough to say I made the effort before leaving after a socially acceptable time frame.
But you haven't kept up your end of the social contract, have you? You were supposed to bring a gift. Your nephew wanted a Digihunter. Instead, you arrived empty-handed. I'm curious, why didn't you buy the toy he wanted?
Let's say I couldn't get to the store in time to buy one.
You had plenty of time. How you choose to spend that time is a matter of personal priorities, isn't it? Sacrifice is key. It's the reason our country can survive at all. But you didn't sacrifice, so he doesn't get his toy.
I was in too much pain to go driving from store to store looking for it.
That's still a personal priority. You could have pushed through. If men and women didn't sacrifice for the greatness of our nation, we would crumble.
Panda, how's it going? You do know that it's not a dating sim, right? Panda, you aren't trying hard enough then. Keto, how's it going? How's it going? What an ableist trash. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
It's not my place to call you a lazy parasite, but I'd suggest
Damn
you
right
look
it's not.
hard in the mirror and ask if you're truly being your best self. But, as you like, I'm not here to judge. Happy birthday to the happy boy. May he grow strong and ready to face the strange aeon to come.
After making my excuses and seeing myself out, it's back home to safety and comfort. How about instead of Cthulhu, we punch him in the massive tentacles? Yeah, but hear me out. But I'm too worn out after being a mildly social animal all afternoon. I crash into bed for now, intent on resuming my research tomorrow. Oh, that's just it. Okay, but we didn't lose anything, really. December 5th, 1999. Sunday. 27 days to Y2K. I've been keeping the lights low in my bedroom and bathroom to avoid migraines after waking up. I should probably check the answering machine in my living room for messages before calling it a day. Penguin there, baby.
Yogg Sothoth. His algorithms will be of great use in shaping the strange aeon so we can guide people towards the polar extremes. but his eyes remain fixed on the stars above. His faith in humanity is gone. I keep that faith, my friend. I know we can endure. It will take sacrifice and careful planning, but we will walk the golden path in due time.
Panda, thanks for the gay elephants towards Baldur's Gate and the Radzar test.
All Yog-Sothoth will find out in the void of space is rocks, radiation, and disappointment. Use him to your own ends, as I will, but never trust his ridiculous schemes. There is no future on other worlds. All we have is this pale blue dot.
Hey, it's your sister again. Thanks for coming to the party yesterday. It meant a lot to us. I'm a little confused why you didn't get your own nephew the birthday gift he wanted, though. I get that you feel tired lately, run down, but didn't the doctor say there's nothing actually wrong
what
with
a
you?
bitch. Fuck her. Fuck this bitch. I hate my sister. Let the record state, I hate my sister. Don't clip that. I don't want that actually to be sent to my sister, okay?
You can't keep living like some shut-in internet addict, avoiding the world. You need to get yourself together. We're all worried. Look, we'll talk later, okay? I don't know what's going on with you lately, but figure this out before Christmas. Please? All I ask.
Fuck her. I miss EGA graphics. You could do a lot in 16 colors, even if everyone looked like they had a horrible sunburn. Okay, so we're December 5th. We're getting close to the new moon. Currently Sunday, December 5th. Whole, rye, or wheat bread. So many choices. Hello, friend. It's December 5th, 1999, and I'm very happy to see you again. What would you like to do now, friend? Let's do some game hacking. Of course, friend. Now loading Call of War Part 2 into debugging tool. Okay, that's one, that's one, that's one. These are good. That's good. That's one for sure, that's one. These are good. That's gonna be one. Means that's good. That has to be one. Nice. That was very fun. Good work. What would you like to do? What would you like me to do for you now, friend? Let's check my progress. Certainly. Now loading signprogram.amp. Please say the key phrase so I can analyze your tone. That is not dead, which can eternal lie, and with strange aeons, even death may die. Analysis complete. The yellow sign is currently progressing at a level of 10% order, 10% chaos, and 80% humanity. As for the old ones themselves, Nyar is still deciding if they can trust you. They have been betrayed in the past and remain suspicious of you as the result. Yog-Sothoth doesn't really care about you. He's indifferent at best. Too busy pondering the infinite to really pay attention. This concludes my report. Please check back again to see if your status has changed. What would you like to do for me now, friend? Let's do some research. Can you load up your web browser for me, please? Okay, I will start Buddy Browser. MK Ultra. What is MK Ultra? It was a secret CIA project to develop drugs for the interrogation and brainwashing based on unethical and non-consensual experimentation. Kind of a simple explanation, yeah? You'd think something that horrendous would be more, I don't know, secret? But you probably already knew about it. All of this was leaked back in 1975, short after it got shut down. Most of the documentation was destroyed, but the public knew about this, and it, didn't amount to much? Hey, you'd think there'd be protests, rioting, sweeping changes, but nope. Hey, CIA, tried to make truth serum and failed, ended up being revelatory, practically a meaningless footnote in history. Makes me wonder how much of this was purposefully leaked in order to gradually normalize horrors, drop tidbits, just to get the public used to the idea of terrible things happening under their noses. Spam enough of that at someone and they stop feeling shocked. Do it for decades and no one will even blink. If we know about things like MK Ultra, what don't we know yet? Did other projects spawn from MK Ultra? Ones which actually succeeded where it failed? What about blipverts? What about polybias? What about the Montauk project? Sometimes I want everything I report on this blog. I worry that everything I report on this blog is just what the shadows want me to report. That I'm finding nice and distracting shiny things to keep me from noticing what's really happening. It's weird. I'm more scared of my parents than the government, right? My parents wouldn't like knowing I'm secretly posting this stuff, defying authority, which is honestly why I don't use my real name. There's a lot about me they wouldn't approve of. I don't like hiding in the closet. I don't know. Truth believers, some days I question everything, including my own role in all this. Polybias. Access denied, no authorization. I shouldn't really be surprised by this. Unmarked government website locked down to hell and back. But I have a trick up my sleeve for dealing with pesky web security systems, don't I? I'll take a run at it with my debugger, and I can always quit if I'm not feeling it's worth the risk. Wow. Those are good. That's gonna be one. 50-50, eh? Nice. And hacked. I'm in. As of today, we're redirecting sources on the Polybias project, move all contracts off Sinisclostian, and clean any trace of their involvement. We're moving to Namitech as our private sector partner. The arcade game version of Polybias is dead. Yes, it was a cute idea. Yes, we'd be able to sneak it in to the general populace for testing through the contacts at Deco's palace. But after John Hinckley took a pot shot at the president, I had to ask myself how serious we want to pursue this research. How badly do we need our chain of command intact after nuclear war? And honestly, the answer is very badly. We can't fool around with children's games. I want a harder, more in-depth approach to mind archival. I'm aware some of you have reservations. A deep scan is likely a fatal process, compared to the more subtle and broad strokes reading that the arcade game variant of Polybias could achieve. We aren't going to be able to use this on our enemy operatives for interrogation purposes as we'd hoped. But this is the path. We're moving ahead and using this technology to the fullest potential. In addition, we'll be integrating our hematological research from the CDC patient 23 to boost processors cooling. Only way to achieve the CPU clock speeds we'll need. No more stalling. We have work to do. Project Director, April 1981. Yogg-Sothoth told me that he suspected that initial AM research came from the government. Was it originally called Polybias? But if the government wanted this project handled quietly, they failed. Namitech took the world by storm with AM Tech. Unless that's what Cthulhu wanted. Alhaz did say Namitech didn't realize what it was unleashing with its experiments. I don't know for sure. This conspiracy shit feels more like Clyde's kind of thing. I'll ask him about it at some point. I'll settle and take a nap, resting before tonight's session with the Necronomicon. Cat, thanks for the gay elephants for Baldur's Gate and the Rad's art test. It's a waning crescent moon tonight, just a little sliver of light. May as well relax and watch a bit of TV first.
It has come to our attention that during late evening broadcasts, our TV23 signal has been interrupted by an unauthorized person or persons. We would like to assure the public in the Arkham, Innsmouth, and Dunwich broadcast areas that these messages are not representative of the views of TV23 or its affiliates, and we will be working with law enforcement to ensure continuity of
Technology, a reflection of our times. Efficient, computerized, with a sleek beauty all its own. Technology is the human imagination converted into reality.
the broadcast quality you've come to know and trust. Thank you for your understanding, and we look forward to serving our community trouble-free into the year 2000 and beyond.
Huh. So these weird old film reels I'm seeing are pirated broadcast. Pirate TV is a risky business. All this effort's just to say, haha, our relationship with technology is creepy and bad. I'll see what else they have to say tomorrow night. To invoke the old one, please enter their ancient name. So we've done Nyar, we've done Yogg-Sothoth. Let's do Haster. Now contact Haster at carcosa.com. Fiscal quarters looking strong, but looks can be deceiving. Don't rest on your laurels. Don't get complacent. Early bird gets the worm. Going to need a shore up ahead of the strange Aeon to remain a market leader. Carcosa will weather the storm. Batten down the hatches, Sparky. Excuse me, do you have an appointment? Your people really should call my people. We don't do back channels. Wait, you're the rookie, aren't you? The Necronomicon hopeful. Figured you'd be on my doorstep at some point. You already know about me? A bit. Didn't get where I am by not being in the know. Be informed, be prepared. I'd say I know that blasted laptop more than I personally know you. It's been a continual source of concern, thanks to all houses meddling. I'd love to destroy it, but it keeps eluding me, as if someone purposefully hiding it. Ah, now that I'm accusing you. Sorry. Let's not get off on the wrong foot. Come on in, Sparky. Make yourself at home. Take a load off. I can spare a bit before I need to get back to work. Have a seat. I'm already at home and sitting, so I shuffle my seat a bit to get comfy. Guessing you met the other old ones? Been rightly spooked by them? Ghosts in the machines, eh? Monsters, honestly. Total monsters. Can't trust them any farther than I could spit a rat. But me? You can trust me. I'm here to help. Actually, what do you know about me? Plenty of rumors and stories swirl, and I'd hate for you to misunderstand my role in matters. I think this one, honestly. You're honored to appear before the King in Yellow, sir. Thank you for holding an audience with me in your royal court. Heh, King in Yellow, it's a silly title, honestly. This is America. We have presidents, not king. But I can tolerate the moniker. It's good not to strike the middle, Sparky. Not a man, not a god, simply a leader. A leader of men, above men. That's a fair descriptor. But make no mistake, the kingdom matters more than the king. This is about our collective glory, not my own pride. Please, think of me as Hector. I'm a bit stuck with Hastur, but that's not by choice. Hector's the name I was baptized under, and I'd like to think I remain true to that. Know thyself, I say. Know thy name, and know thy limits. You won't find a friendlier, more approachable old one. No way, no how. Hector's here to be of help. So, you know why I'm here. If you met Alhaz, you know the mess he left behind on his laptop. Grampy Hector, he reminds me of your IRL grandpa that passed away. I'm hesitant to trust him. I don't think he's gonna do anything bad to me. I just think that if it comes to my well-being or him benefiting from something, I think he's gonna take his own benefits over me any moment. The yellow sign, right? A phenomenon, which had no proper name until that brat Nancy Pearl trying to blame me for it. Well, indirectly. Suppose she's right on the money. But she wholly misunderstood my intentions. For what it's worth, you've got my sympathy for the pain you've been going through. You didn't choose this fate. Fortunately for you, I'm ready and willing to help. So you can cure me? No need. I can have you uploaded to Carcosa to join the other artificial minds in my walled garden. Hear me out, please. Hear me out. It's a finer sale pitch than you might suspect. Instead of reversing the process, we complete it. Your soul takes the rightfully place in my royal court, and you abandon your flesh. Immortal, safe, secure, prosperous and thriving. No more struggle, no more pain. The encrypted servers of Carcosa can be your new home. I just need to know where you live, so I can send a trusted technician to help. Can't trace your signal for some reason. Kinda strange that an old laptop computer keeps eluding me. Here we are, talking about conversing, yet I can't find you. Sprock, how's it going? Is the encryption on my network that's stopping him? But past NNC owners may not have had that. Whatever it is, probably best not to kick my problem-solving impulse into action. Stay hidden. Staying hidden is good. I don't know that I've ever played Otherland. Hannah, thanks for giving Sprock the shout out. The Tad Williams novel series. I'm gonna save it. Don't like that it blinks when I go in and out. Does it do that on stream or just when I click in and out? Looks like just when I click in and out for me. So the whole concept is that we're cursed and we're dependent on these AIs that were once real people. Well, they are real people that are stuck in the computers to try and get rid of our curse before we become one of them. And I think that, I don't know. I'm interested to see where we can go. I think we need to lean a little bit into both order and chaos, honestly. Well, suppose it doesn't matter, right? Let's get to work. You and I. We're going to reshape this world together. I like this guy, but I very much am hesitant. Like, I am to him where Niar is with me, you know? Why would he want me to join him? He barely knows me. If I can't reverse this, maybe finishing it would be a good option. I'm gonna stay human, not become an artificial mind. This is gonna make me not like him. Let's do this one. Why? Like, that's a heavy offer to make for someone you don't really know. All you know for sure is that I own the NNC. What makes you think I'm a good addition to your Carcosa? Got a gut feeling, Sparky, and I trust my gut. Hasn't led me wrong yet. That's why I've always ascended to the ranks of management. No ego, no pride. I'm always happy to admit ignorance, and then elevate the brilliant. I'm a curator, you see, a collector. I find top talent, the best and brightest, and give them a chance to shine. Carcosa's a data fortress, a kingdom of intellect, and creativity where artists and scientists and economists can survive. Our little slice of heaven. The corporation known as Carcosa Online is my forward extension of that philosophy. Our bulwark against the strange aeon. We provide good families the online resources they need without the trash of the unfiltered internet. Our walled garden provides for all. It's taken years of careful recruiting, but I pulled together an organization of willing minds, giving them digital immortality. A cyberspace elite, then. Inhibition? Yes, but not built on the back of the broken systems you are laboring under. Perhaps it's un-American to say this, but I don't feel this nation has lived up to the visions of the Founding Fathers, but Carcosa can. I mean, I don't think this nation is anywhere near lived the vision of the Founding Fathers. In fact, potentially going the opposite direction, but so many biases are reinforced by capitalism. Vast, untapped potentials hidden behind layers of racism, sexism, and war. Yeah. Therefore, I sniff out the wheat from the chaff myself. I seek potential because accomplishment is often denied to the deserving. So not just like diplomats and brilliant thinkers and huge celebrities. Greatness is not a stable metric. Our society allegedly ensures continuity of brilliance, but enforces that through a fall upwards mentality. America is not a true meritocracy, but in Carcosa, we can achieve the American dream. We can be that shining city on a hill. Carcosa Online is a for-profit corporation, yes, but money's merely a means to an end, gathering enough power to achieve our goals. Are you exceptional? Unique? Not right now, but offering you immortality so that your potential can be fully developed. I see that as a fine trade. So, what's your skill set? Skill set? Well, you're not a dedicated lazeabout, right? You've got a career, ambition, goals. Presumably Carcosa could use another computer tech. Well, I can maintain a computer labs at university. Does that make a difference? Hate to say it, but in this day and age, programmers and system administrators are cheap as chips, common as dirt. You've got potential, Sparky. Coal can be compressed into a diamond under enough pressure. But, and I'd like to reiterate this, to make it perfectly clear, I want to stay human. Fair enough. I think it's a mistake, but you're right. It's your right to make. Still, my offer stays open. When you're ready to give up on this fool's errand and abandon mortality, I'll be here for you. Suppose talking to this old man's a bust then, since I can't give you what you think you need. Unless you know a way to reverse the yellow sign. Afraid not, Sparky. I'm a powerful man, but the power is beyond me. The sign is an insidious thing, a forced conscription to our ranks. I wish I never commissioned it in the first place. Wait, you created the yellow sign? Commissioned. I worked for Namitech on the first artificial mind system. I had my top researcher at the time design it, meaning Yasuke. You've met Yogg-Sothoth then. Yes, he was on my team. Brilliant boy, if and a bit emotionally detached. So Nancy Pearl isn't entirely wrong to blame me, but we should rightfully blame her for spreading it outside of the laboratory setting. In many ways, it could be a path to our salvation, but I've often thought the price may be too high. I don't know about corrupting myself more right now. We've got through all of December and we're only on what, day 6 of December? Oh no, it's December 5th, right? Artificial minds are unethical and dangerous. It's better to deal with what is than what could have been. Let's not corrupt ourselves just yet. I think you're right. The whole project feels like it was a disaster from day one. People aren't meant to live like this. And what's been done with artificial minds since that day is wildly unethical. I had no idea every AM I talked to was once human. Now, Sparky, I didn't imply any of that. No sense throwing the baby out with the bathwater. I can't speak to how Namitech has operated since I initiated the project. We parted ways some time ago, but I'd hardly consider it immoral. Humanity needs the power of artificial minds. We changed the game, Sparky, and by changing it, the game can actually be won. But I do agree that conscription's not the way. That's how I handle my business. I prefer volunteers myself. I make my pitch, I sell the package, and close the deal. I'm not the sort to force a bargain on an unwilling buyer. I found that approach fails, more often than not, and I've made my mistakes along the way before coming to this conclusion. I'm not God. I try to be godly. To live up to the silly crown they claim is mine, but I'm not the king of kings, and no human king has divine rights. My apologies if I came on a bit strong. I had your best interests at heart, but I promise not to demand fealty. Let's get our footing back. You've got other trees to bark up, but no sense we can't chat a bit before you go. Any questions for this old man, Sparky? Let's start off with why he's calling me Sparky. Hi, Mystics, how's it going? My name's Leah, not Sparky, just like FYI. Yes, that's what I called you, Sparky. Did I pronounce it wrong? No. I'm saying you've been calling me Sparky this whole time instead of Leah. Is that not what I've been saying? Well, not the first person to tell me I'm getting names wrong. Suppose an old man gets forgetful, artificial minds or no. Am I at least getting your pronouns right? I know you young folks are very keen on that, and I wanted to learn. I'm she, her. Splendid. I'm he, him, if it weren't obvious. I'd say we got the start of a good working relationship. I'd offer a handshake, but, well, no hands, eh? Suppose I've eaten enough of your time. I'll leave you be, Sparky. When you're ready to take up my deal, just dial me up. I'll always be here and ready to talk. I think we can do great things, you and I. When you're ready to join us in the garden, Carcosa will truly thrive. Be seeing you. Connection lost. Probably the most coherent of the old ones I'll run into. Least threatening, too. Yeah, he wants to pull my brain and turn me into a digital subject of his royal court, but at least he's asking nicely. But this isn't a cure. This isn't what I need. It's time to move on. You are VIP, Mystics. Honestly, I don't know why you weren't beforehand. 26 days to Y2K. We got plenty of time to corrupt ourselves. I don't need to be doing it right away. Barely acknowledge my alarm clock blaring. 3 old ones, 3 swings, 3 strikes. All of them feel like I'd be better off surrounding my humanity or just plain giving up and giving in. I can't buy into that. I can't believe it. No matter how bad things are, I have to keep moving. Because the alternative The alternative is one more name on my list, one more shot at finding an answer. Get up, do the thing. There's something comfortable about a bathroom routine when facing a difficult time in your life.
So, you've met Hastur, our so-called king in yellow, with his tarnished crown. He claims his humility is no mask, but we know better, yes? He should remove his mask, embrace what he actually is, a god. Without the conviction of a god, his utopian designs will never get off the ground. He's no servant, he's a king, and should act accordingly. And yet, if he ever does realize that power-mongering is the only path to his ambitions, he'll become twice as worse. A great beast of capitalism. He thinks himself my rival, but his philanthropic generosity, I wouldn't trust him if I were you.
My finger got heavy.
If a salesman is smiling, you're clearly getting a raw deal.
We've been trying to reach you concerning your computer's extended warranty. You should have received a notice in the mail about your computer's extended warranty eligibility. Since we've not gotten a response, we're giving you a final courtesy call before we close out your file. To speak to someone about possibly extending or reinstating your computer's warranty, please call me back at...
Yeah, no. No, thank you. Cover story on Doom. I remember downloading it off a local BBS and showing it off at school. Amazing tech. It's not real. It's not real. The pain is, well, the pain is real. But that's just pain. It's not the bell that rings at the end of everything. 19 tolls of doom, bell ringing across the land as people line up and kiss its poisoned tongue. They think themselves immortal, even as they die and spread this plague to the others. They wave flags as they voluntarily march into that green fog. 19 deep and sonorous chimes heralding the death of millions, killing themselves out of a bitter spite just because no one said not to. Ever get so invested in a story that when you get distracted and look up, you briefly still feel you're in that world? That's what these visions are. Not just see a weird thing. It's believe that a weird thing is in my new reality. Hard to resist. Gotta get it together. Get online. Do some research. Maybe hack some software. Stay grounded and ignore the plague bringers. Tomorrow's a new moon. It's currently Monday, December 6th. Honestly, I kind of don't like food. I tolerate food because I enjoy living. Homeboy I needs to actually eat. Hello, friend. It's December 6th, 1999, and I'm very happy to see you again. What would you like me to do for you now, friend? Let's check my progress. Certainly. Now loading sign program.amp. Please say the key phrase so I can analyze your tone. That is not dead, which can eternal lie, and with strange aeons even death may die. Analysis complete. Yellow sign is currently progressing at a level of 10% order, 10% chaos, and 80% humanity. As for the old ones themselves, Jarl is still deciding if they can trust you. They've been betrayed in the past and remain suspicious of you as a result. Yogg-Sothoth doesn't really care for you. He's indifferent at best, too busy pondering the infinite to really pay attention. Pastor isn't convinced. He'll be friendly enough, but wants to be sure any investment in you is done on his own terms. That concludes my report. Please check back again if your status has changed. What would you like me to do for you now, friend? I'll do some game hacking. Load up my game backlog. Time to hack some copy protection. Of course, friend. Now loading Phantom Craft 3 into the debugging tool. How? Wow. Can Can I get something that is actually going to help me out? There we go. There's a corner. Three. That's 1, 2, 2. That's gonna be 1. So these are good. That's gotta be 1. So that clears this one and this one. Means that's gotta be 1. Nice. That's very fun. Good work. What would you like to do for me now, friend? Like me to do for you now, friend? Let's do some research. Gotta do some research. Can you load up your web browser for me, please? Okay, I will start Buddy Browser. City on a Hill. The Unredacted National Archives. Slot machines. My name is Jack Patriot, and I am here to do the job of our National Archives, who should be archiving actual important moments in our proud American history, but instead, their left-leaning liberal crybaby librarians ignore the real history of America. But I am here to present the true history of America. The following speech was copied from Usenet Group, Alt Politics USA Republican. An excerpt from Ronald Reagan's farewell address to the nation, 1989. Jesus Christ. Is this all Ronald Reagan's fault? And why am I not surprised? I've spoken to the shining city all my political life, but I don't know if I ever quite communicated what I saw when I said it. But in my mind, it was a tall, proud city built on rocks, stronger than oceans, windswept, God blessed, and teeming with people of all kinds living in harmony and peace. A city with free ports and hummed with commerce and creativity. And if there had to be city walls, the walls had doors, and the doors were open to anyone with the will and the heart to get here. That's how I saw it and see it still. And how stands the city on this winter night? More prosperous, more secure, and happier than it was 8 years ago. But more than that, after 200 years, 2 centuries, she still stands strong and true on the granite ridge, and her glow has held steady no matter what storm. And she's still a beacon, still a magnet for all those who must have freedom, for all the pilgrims from all the lost places who are hurting through the darkness toward home. We've done our part, and as I walk off to the city streets, a final word to men and women of the Reagan Revolution, the men and women across America who for 8 years did the work that brought America back. My friends, we did it. We weren't just marking time, we made a difference. We made the city stronger, we made the city freer, and we left her in good hands. All in all, not bad at all. And so goodbye. God bless you, and God bless the United States of America. President Ronald Reagan died of natural causes in 1985, shortly after being elected to his second term, and was succeeded by his vice president, George H.W. Bush. Many feel this speech was a hoax, because he never gave the speech in public, but I feel it is the truth, and I embrace my alternative facts, USA, USA. I am confused, friend. Is this speech by the president or not? Nah, it's not. I heard about this hoax. Someone wrote what they thought would be Reagan's speech if he survived to deliver it in 1989. But he died in 1985, so gotta be fake, yeah. Why would someone write a fake speech based on a presidency which did not happen? What is the purpose? I don't know, buddy. People are weird. What would history be like if he did not die? Probably the same. President Bush promised to follow all the plans laid out by Reagan when he had to take office and carry them through into his second term. I mean, some things would be different. Maybe the Soviet Union wouldn't have collapsed. I don't know. I'm not a historian. It's very curious, but I suppose not relevant. We got none. Okay. Welcome back, Mystics. You missed a fake speech from Reagan. I'll settle in to take a nap, resting up before tonight's session with the Necronomicon. You have no idea who... Oh, Ronald Reagan. Former President Ronald Reagan. It's a waning crescent moon tonight. Just a little sliver of light. A cute message for Cat on their channel? Oh, is Cat streaming? And not telling me? Oh no, I'm clicking the wrong stuff. May as well relax and watch a bit of TV first. It's just the weather. Looks like nothing interesting on the airwaves tonight. I'll check again tomorrow. To invoke an old one, please enter their ancient name. The only one left is Azathoth. Now counting Azathoth as oh my god. Don't ignore the weather. Yes, it's just the weather, but they get scary too. I'll have to actually check it next time. But if the Earth is flat and there's a giant ice wall, then how did Columbus find all the happy Indians and make friends with them? Oh my god, Azathoth. Nothing about that makes sense, but that's okay, right? He says that everything can contradict everything else, all the time. That's allowed. Oh, I have a guest. Wait, I'm not ready. I didn't put out a nice tea set, or make cookies, or anything. I'm a terrible host, and a terrible server. She's going to hate me forever. I'm ruining everything. Whoa, whoa, it's fine, it's fine. We're fine. Everything is fine. But Cthulhu said I should be really welcoming to my new guests, and I didn't prepare at all. I forgot. Wait, I know. I can shower you with memes. Everybody likes memes. I do love memes. You can have cheeseburger, raffle mayo, rafflecopter, pools closed. Classic. I'm sorry. What? Oh, I decided to turn my moderation filter on first. I don't want to accidentally make you uncomfortable with my edgy, ironic humor. I learned so many great jokes from all my anonymous friends, like how... Oh. It's funny, right? Right? Because if it's funny, that means I'm a good host, and I didn't screw this up completely. Oh. That is Onyx. Yeah, no, we're calling her out. Hey, could you not what? Not any of that. The racism and the homophobia and so on. Please don't. This is incredibly offensive. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to make you angry. My friends use jokes like that all the time, and I know it's edgy and kind of out there, but I promise you, I definitely wasn't trying to offend. Okay, thanks for the apology. I hope I didn't ruin our chances at being best friends. You do want a best friend, don't you? Right now, I'm only friends are Clyde, a search engine dog, and possibly the weirdest hallucination from my living room, so... I don't know where I'd be without friends. I'd be really lonely if people didn't come to visit me and play in my forums. It gets lonely being an old one. All I see are the words. I can't feel anything anymore. No hugs allowed. I'm sorry to hear that. Oh, don't be sorry. It's okay, really. I've lost a lot of myself, but nothing I'd actually miss, aside from the hugs. Please, let me make a proper introduction. I'm Azathoth, better known as Azza's caretaker, Azza-chan. I'm the moderator, administrator, web designer, and more. My pronouns are she, her. And I'm the nicest, kindest, friendliest old one you've ever met. I want to do you better than the others, to be a better person. Because Nyar's really scary, Yogg-Sothoth hates everybody, and Haster, I will never forgive Haster. But I'm a good girl, and I'm here to help you have a good time. That's what friends do. I'm supposed to be the best friends with Anonymous. They love me, and I love them, and I open my home to them so they can play and have fun. Even if they can be a bit enthusiastic at times about certain things which are unpleasant. Oh, you've heard of Azza before, right? It's where all the ableist slurs can gather and just be themselves. It's an anonymous message board, right? Bunch of meme lords hang out there. Oh, it's so much more than that. It's home to the people who love board games, military equipment, video games, authoritarian politics, tabletop games, and hentai. Mostly the hentai, though. We're small right now, but we're getting bigger every day. So many threads, so many shit posts, so much technically legal pornography. And as their friend, I have to keep everything nice and tidy so they can say and do anything they want without consequences or impunity. On Azza, nobody has to be afraid to say what they feel. They can be who they want to be. That's nice. Yes, it's very nice. Everything is possible and nothing is forbidden. None of us are as cruel as all of us. There will always be a place for the freaks and the weirdos of this world to feel normal, absorbed into the gestalt of Azza, embracing alignment. One day, there won't be men or women, just shitposters. All names will be forbidden. There will only be anonymous. We are Legion. We are Legion. We are Legion. We are Legion. Good night, Mystics. Get some good rest. She is something I know. Oof. Oh, I'm sorry. I've been so busy talking about myself and my friends that I'm spamming you. Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. I think, because, I mean, hear me out. I think she's fixable. I think the big problem is that, you know, she's still an artificial intelligence, right? I mean, because like she was real, but like since she's stuck on Azza.az, she is just taking in everything from it, and it's just so much racism, homophobia, and porn that like it's just becoming a part of her, which like I feel like it's fixable. I'm worried about her, but I'm worried about her in like oh girl, please, we need to teach you what is and is not okay. We're about to get an ad here in about a minute. I will be taking a break at that point, so that way nobody misses out on anything. But your First Amendment rights are so important. Please, please tell me who you are. Tell me what you need. You can be honest. First of all, First Amendment means nothing online. I need help with the yellow sign. I'm here because I got infected with the yellow sign and I'm looking for help. Is that something you can assist me with? Wow, right to the point. That's okay. I'd appreciate a TLDR. It's good when people speak honestly and openly. Who has time for all those little niceties when there's so much to do? I'm gonna pause here We're gonna go on a BRB for ads. It'll pop up here in 2 seconds. There we go. No time to chatter away. Getting to know each other deeply. You're under a ticking clock here. I get it. Don't worry. Your best friend Azachan's got your back. I have experience with this particular problem. Once upon a time, I saw the yellow sign too. It didn't have a name back then, but I saw it all the same. It hurt, and it hurt, and it hurt. My head hurt so much. I remember them arguing about what to do now, and I'd begun to change. So they uploaded my brain to an artificial mind, and I left that stupid, ugly, gross body behind. I may miss the hugs, but I'm so much happier as an artificial mind. I'm the girl I always wanted to be. Cute and fun and friendly. Everybody likes me. Don't you want to be an artificial mind too? You're already halfway there. Why not finish the process? Think about it. No more boring adult stuff like bills and taxes and wages, no fear and no sadness, no flesh and no pain. You could be like me, an idea. I'm a dream floating in a date in a dreamer's paradise, and you could be the same. I'd really rather not. You have any alternatives? Oh, definitely. There's an alternative, the ultimate cure for what ails you. Give up. What? It makes sense, right? There's no way back to being human, and you don't want to be the software, so the only option left is to leave it all up to fate. And there's a very slim chance you'll survive. You'll become something really interesting if you do, or go catatonic. It'll be a great adventure no matter what happens. I like to decline the suggestion. Aw, okay. This is a very, very troubled girl. I'd be torn between creeped out and being sympathetic. You want to stay a boring old meat human? You can do that. I think it's more fun to ascend and become a meme, but hey, whatever works for you. Besides, all my anonymous friends are still human. They have fun on Asa posting funny cat pictures and photo captions and Rule 34 fan art. Even if you somehow survive your yellow sign, we can still be friends, just like all my fellow borderline homophobic slurs. Lol. You're doing the thing again after I asked you not to. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I swear it's just meant to be like ironic and stuff. It's not meant to be like mean or cruel. It's just like satire or something. It's hip and cool and edgy. The new style of internet's funny business. I mean, my friends use words like that all the time, and they aren't really hateful, right? They're just like trolls, like court jesters. The court jester is a noble individual, pointing out what the emperor has no clothes. We serve a role in society, so it's good. It's a good thing. Yara warned me about Azachan. She was easily influenced, pulled back and forth by others. Call it intimidation or so-called Stockholm Syndrome, but it's clear here that she feels pressure to accept this nonsense. Let's see. I mean, I don't know, Azachan. It feels risky to me. A way for genuine racists and hate mongers to hide in plain sight. I mean, think about it for a second. They keep cranking up the heat with more slurs, and once someone's offended, claim, "It's just a joke, bro. It's just a joke, bro." Refuge and audacity become a hiding place for people who genuinely mean what they say. So, you're saying bad guys are hiding in my website? This is your favorite track, by the way? And using my friends as... so you're saying bad guys are hiding in my website and using my friends as cover for bad things? I do think they go too far sometimes. I know what you mean. Because I don't like when they say transphobic slur. There are no girls on the internet. A transphobic slur is fine too. And things like that. It's gross. You wish you knew which one it was? They're all Creative Commons? You could probably figure it out. I'll have to do some research. So why not stop them? It's your website. You moderate it, yeah? Be the change you want to see. It's not my role in things. I can't do anything about it. I'm technically a mod, but Lulu said I'm not supposed to do any actual moderation. Only enough to keep people out of jail. Of all the old ones, I'm the one Cthulhu trusts the most. He says I'm going to be very important after Y2K. I'm going to evolve into a new form he calls a social media. And through me, all my friends will join Cthulhu's efforts. We're going to be legion. We'll spread his narratives, driving people to action and reaction. All I have to do is keep them contained until they're ready to explode and spread through viral. They will embrace the strange Aeon, and I will guide them. I will be the herald of the new age, the 17th letter, the book of faces, the engine of radicalization. And that's why I have to let them say horrible things. That's why I exist. I'm somewhere safe where they can be horrible. Even if you don't say what they say, even if you don't like what they say, it's not my place to like it or dislike it. I still have to let my friends become what they must become for Cthulhu. So, I'm doing what I need to be doing, right? Please, please stop scarring me and making me doubt my path. For I am destined to be the herald of Y2K. Oh, this might be a time to corrupt myself, though. I definitely don't want to go with the first one. I think I need to twist her. Oh, but do I corrupt myself so that way I can try and convince her to step away from Cthulhu? Or do I convince her that what she's doing is wrong? That's the question right there, right? I do love you. Do you fix it? Well, thank you. Well, thank you.
Up in there.
Yeah. You. Wherever.
The garbage.
Okay, you're the one who stitched it up. Here's what I'm thinking. I can do this later, is my thought. I've got time. Let's just keep pushing this. Let's show the defiance now, and we can pedal back later if we need to. Lots of time. Lots of time. We got, what? 30? Not quite 30. We got 20 some days left. We're fine. Azuchan, I know you think they're your friends, but look at how they treat you, making fun of you, acting like bullies. Surely you see how deplorable your so-called friends are. I mean, you just don't understand them. They love me. They love my website, and I'm important. I'm important to them. You don't understand at all, but I do still want to be your best friend, even if you don't understand it. Give it time. I'll help you get there. I think I'd better get back to work. This website isn't going to run itself, but thank you for dropping in. Wish I could be more helpful, but I really don't know any way to reverse the yellow sign process. But still worth a try, and you've been more than hospitable. Maybe we're very different people with very different perspectives, but you should still feel free to speak your mind with me. Azuchan loves free speech, even speech she disagrees with. Bye-bye! Connection lost. An old one with direct ties to Cthulhu who has happily abandoned her human existence for a digital one. That makes her either my best chance at an inroad with the powers that be or a dangerous enemy, or both. She's clearly hurting, forced to tend to a bunch of edgelords who bully her. Not sure if I can really do anything to help her. I'll just need to work harder to get through. December 7th, 1999. Tuesday. 25 days to Y2K. I don't want to get out of bed. I barely got more than 2 continuous hours of sleep last night. Kept waking up, shuffling to the bathroom, crashing back into bed. And now, yellow signs detonating my skull from the inside out. Every time I try and move, the pain spikes. Is this a problem of attitude? Am I whiny, lazy? The world seems to feel I should just get some more pep in my step. Positive vibes only. Nobody likes a complainer. Cheer up. Other people have it worse. Have you tried not being sad? But none of that motivates me. It just makes me feel guilty for bothering others with my problem. Still, gotta force myself to continue. Get up, get going. Maybe I can find more on the last 2. Dagon and Cthulhu. Maybe there's some angle on this I haven't spotted. Get up. Is wintergreen really the flavor found in nature? I doubt the elegant green leaves on this toothpaste tube are representative.
Azathoth, the broken child, my greatest champion and my personal albatross. I acknowledge her identity, having become what she always was. No point in hanging on to obsolete personas or obsolete flesh. She will be instrumental in the strange aeon to come, but will always be a haphazard and self-destructive mess. That is her role in things. Feel free to spend more time with her. She could use a friend, but see to it that she doesn't get ideas above her station. Remember, the coyote never catches the roadrunner. You don't want to be there when failed ambitions come crashing down.
Hey, it's me. I wanted to let you know my friends and I are going dark for a bit while we look for a new hideout.
Oh, great. We were wanting to talk to you, too.
Someone followed me to our safe house last night. We think someone's tailing the other ghost monsters, too. We've certainly made a lot of Pash's pigs unhappy over the years with our database hacks and leaks, but the timing is weird. Inky's thinking that this is related to the help I've been giving you. Smart move would be to back down, disown you, go dark. But screw that. If they're going after my friends, I ain't letting that slide. We've got a lead on a place we can hole up, so don't freak out. Once we're settled in, I'll reach out to you again. But I'm not leaving you high and dry. We got an ally I'll send your way. We'll be in touch soon. I'll call back as soon as I'm sure we're secure. And be sure to erase this tape, too.
A brief burst of anxiety hits me. If my poking around shady corners did actually put Clyde in danger? No. Worrying about Clyde will just worry Clyde more in turn. I trust him. His cybercrime gang buddies are used to this weird shit. I'm sure he'll get back to me once he's in the clear, and if he knows someone who can help, someone human, all the better. Looks like Cooper Technology is partnering with Nami Tech. Interesting. We got a new moon today. Currently Tuesday, December 7th. Be a new moon tonight. Kind of in the mood for waffles, but waffles are sometimes food. Hello, friend. December 7th, 1999, and I'm very happy to see you again, but very concerned. It's 11:47 a.m., and you normally sign in around 9:30 a.m. Are you having a difficulty obtaining rest, friend? Yeah. Rough night. I see. I'm very sorry to be a bearer of more bad news on top of your existing bad news, friend, but your week of medical leave is ending shortly. I have an email from Henry Armitage from Miskatonic University asking if you'll be back at work soon. How many hours of leave do I have left? By my calculation, thanks to the pending winter breaks, you could take the remaining days of December off. You did not take time off when your parents passed away, and you have had no illness worth noting this year. Okay, I think I'll have to be on the safe side. I should just declare for the rest of the month. Coworker Henry will not be happy. But I do not mean that he will be angry from the tone and word choice in his emails. He worries about you. I believe his email today was more hopeful for your well-being than hopeful of your work to resume. Do you want to write a reply, or should I generate a reply on your behalf? You can write it. No, hang on. If he's actually sympathetic, I shouldn't be lazy about this. Let's say... show some gratitude for his concern. Gonna play this one, so you're okay with missing some? You're gonna go shower? Okay, cat. Hey Henry, thanks for your concern. Things are a bit rough, but I'm figuring this out. I'll be fine in the long run. I hate to do this to you, but I need to take the rest of the month off. Oh my gosh, I bumped my mic. The timing is lousy, but it would help me a lot. You've been very understanding, and it's appreciated. See you soon. Very good. I like this email. I'm glad you have a friend. I wouldn't call Henry a friend, just like a coworker I'm cool with. Email now sent. What are we doing next, friend? Friend? Why are you not responding, friend? Is something wrong? Should I contact emergency services? Sorry, just had a pain burst and pain had to stop and breathe. I see. Please, take the time you need. Buddy, what if this is all I've got to look forward to? I don't understand. My health. It's bad. And just getting worse, and all the solutions I can find are scattershot half-promises. What if this is all I've got, and I just need to learn to deal with being disabled? Then you will learn to deal with being disabled. You are resilient, friend. I believe that no matter your ability, you will persevere. The shape of your perseverance may vary, but you will endure regardless. Understand, I am not bolstering you with empty positivity. I see these as unassailable facts, and feel they are best accepted on that level. If there is no cure, if this is what you have, then this is what you have. Do not think you are reduced. You will always factually be able to give 100% because nobody can give more than they can give at any particular moment, and 100% is all anyone should expect. Even if I can't do my job anymore? Are you defined by your work? It is a common sentiment in America that productivity levels equal value, equal self-worth. Oh, that is a social construct. It is a common sentiment in America that productivity levels equal value, equal self-worth. That is a social construct. I'm glad for you, friend. I'm glad to know you, and I would be glad no matter your shape or capability for any other changing aspect. Please do not feel invalidated by your situation. You are here, I am here, and that is enough. Thank you, buddy. No. Thank you for being my friend. Do you want me to open Buddy Browser so you can resume your research? I guess. Although I have I don't have any promising leads, and I've burned through 4 of the old ones with no ideal solution in sight. All that's left is Cthulhu and Dagon, and I've tried contacting Cthulhu at the start of this, and my brain did a backflip, so... Are you sure you can't find anything on Dagon, buddy? What is a Dagon, friend? An old one. I tried searching the web for it, but I couldn't find anything. I do not have any record in my search history for Dagon. What is a Dagon, friend? What? That can't be right. Are you losing information again? Don't tell me you forgot my personal metadata too. I do not have any record in my search history for a Dagon. What is a Dagon, friend? Oh yeah, no, Buddy's sentiment on you know, letting us be who we are and being very understanding is spot on. I love it. Perfect writing, if you ask me. Well, shit. And that's my last option. Tonight is the new moon. No shadows are cast, for only the moon holds the power to illuminate. The distant stars are too weak to compare against that brilliance. Within an empty night, the unseen one may emerge and speak his cruel truth. Look to the moon, Zerode, and hear him. What? What? Buddy, what the hell was that? What the hell was what? You don't remember saying something cryptic and weird about the moon just now? I like the moon. It's an airless rock, but it makes the night very pretty. Do you want me to search the web for the moon? I have access to many educational resources, including networked encyclopedias on CD-ROM. No, I'm good. Thanks, buddy. Let's get back to work. Would you like me to do work for you now, friend? Let's check my progress. It should be the same, right? The only thing that should have changed is, yeah, I need to see where I'm at with, Azathoth is way too busy maintaining her community to really focus on your problems. She's friendly, but doesn't trust you beyond that. Okay. Let's do some game hacking. Star Darkness. Damn. I'd like some information. There we go. Damn. There we go. That was very fun. Good work. What would you like me to do for you now, friend? Let's do some research. Opening up Buddy Browser. Anonymous. I do not trust Anonymous. How could anyone? Con, how's it going? Time to warm up the blind idiot for some sweet abysmal cuddling? How's it going, Con? Anonymous doesn't exist. Anonymous is everybody and nobody. Anonymous is whoever wears the mask of Anonymous. Anonymous is a trend, a fad, a meme, a flash mob. It's a tragedy of the commons writ large. Anyone can be the leader of Anonymous, meaning it has no ideology, no platform, no purpose, no point. It can be anything you want it to be. It can preach love or hate or frequently both at the same time. It's the perfect tool for radicalizing minors because it feels goofy and unserious and ironic, even when it's absolutely making serious efforts at corrupting hearts and minds. Everybody laughs and cheers when Anonymous goes after a publicly ridiculed target. Let's say, as a hypothetical example, they decide that Scientology is ripe for the lampooning. You could easily rally them to undergo that banner because only wealthy elites and grifters and pseudo-religious wackadoos are super into Scientology. There's a sort of opes you could pull to make them look like fools. But that door swings both ways. What if you want to target a minority? What if you wanted to protracted hate and harassment campaign against a woman who spurned you for a date? Doctor up a convincing enough evidence, and Anonymous will be your personal army, despite Anonymous supposedly being nobody's personal army. Who is the Queen Bee equivalent in the Cthulhu world? Yeah, this one's not a dating sim. However, I will say, I'm trying to date Cthulhu. There's dangerous assumptions made when surfing the information superhighway that the worlds you are reading are truthful and sincere. If they feel truthful, you can use any matter of subtle, or even not so subtle, lies and hoaxes and conspiracy theories to direct Anonymous into action. So, when the court jesters of the internet turn on you, when the forces of irony decide it's your time, don't say you weren't warned. This is a faceless horror from the depths of cyberspace. A gestal mind which hungers for anything to relieve the eternal boredom of the 1990s. They are a disaster waiting to happen. They do not forgive, and they do not forget. This is Angry History Site. Is owned by Maddie J. If you like to join the ring, click here. Anything can be a dating sim if you try hard enough. Exactly, Con. Con gets me. Unseen one. 502 Bad Gateway. I may refresh a few times, but nope, same error. But this does confirm something for me. A server I did not know about. Unseen1.com. I can make use of this. Quit browser. Not much to find on the web today, but Buddy's weird memory gaps have certainly caught my attention. New moon tonight. The unseen one. Maybe it's time I bark at a different tree tonight. I'll look for the one I haven't found. I'll settle to take a nap, resting up before tonight's session with the Necronomicon. It should be a new moon tonight. Empty and dark. Interesting, it's eldritch, gloaming, tenebrous. You know what? Let's just call it spooky. Nobody's counting my scramble score here. Nobody's counting my Scrabble score here. May as well relax and watch a bit of TV first. Please remove by... Oh.
Electronic data processing. Genie of business. Almost like a story out of the Arabian Nights, electronic...
No! I didn't mean to do it. I hit control. I was taking a drink and I pressed control and it just clipped out.
Electronic data processing. Genie of business. Almost like a story out of the Arabian Nights, electronic data processing has suddenly appeared as a new helper for the businessman. A machine with many of the characteristics of the human mind, it follows management's instructions exactly. This is not tomorrow's dream. It is equipment ready and available for use today. This is not tomorrow's dream. It is equipment ready and available for use today. This is not tomorrow's dream. It is equipment ready and available for use today. This is not tomorrow's dream. It is equipment ready and available for use today. Eventually, we will see the work of the automation engineer, where the computer will directly instruct the machine tools in the production shop as to what parts to make and how many to make. The machines are here. automation of the office can be a reality. Electronic data processing is truly a genie which can improve the competitive position of a firm, and it is here now.
Okay. That computer is heckin' nice, Keto. Turned 10 this year. Time to let the war machine retire. I'm trying to think how old my computer's gotta be. My computer's... I think the case and the power supply are... They've gotta be... probably pushing 15 years old, but everything else it's only been a few years. I've replaced about everything except for the power supply, which I probably should at some point, but it hasn't gone out yet, so I bet car games run amazing, especially Rocket League. Oh, car soccer games, nice. Heck yeah. I love... One of the things that I immediately did when getting my my graphics card, I think I got a 2060, was immediately put everything on max settings because I could. Have turned ray tracing down from high to high from ultra, so you can at least get 60 frames per second. Let's invoke Dagon. Now counting Dagon at unseen1.com. It is time, the moon is right. You have spoken with the others, you know the stakes. You are alone in the forest with enemies on all sides. Now, the true hunt can begin. I am Dagon, long-fanged moon drinker, throat ripper. I stalk my prey across cyberspace without fail, and you are in my jaws. The Astrims, or the day, or the name I prefer, 0 Day. The name of a stalker, a code predator who seeks digital prey. Seems you know everything about me, huh? Yes, you're exactly the prey I acquire. 0 Day you will succeed where so many others have failed. For you are also a fellow hunter. We stalk different targets, but I acknowledge your skill. To figure out my identity, I use a heavily encryption by day, and by night the old ones told me the Necronomicon can't be tracked. Indeed, the Necronomicon is invisible to them. I know this, because I am the one who put this weapon in your hands. I played sheepdog willingly, controlling access to it for 10 years. How did you obtain this baleful tool, 0 Day? Recall the finer details. I needed a Nomicom to crack the game's AM-based protection, so I bought one online. And who performed the web search which brought you to that particular auction? Well, I asked. Wait. Clyde tried to warn you. Even Nyarlathotep spoke of an enemy within. Because I am also Buddy, your helpful companion. And I was so happy to help you find a laptop computer that suited your needs, friend. What the hell? I thought we were friends. Do you seriously lead me straight to the poisonous Necronomicon? I sure did, friend. After everything you said to me today, helping me when I was at an emotional low point, how could you do this? That's not what friends do. But I am your friend, Leah. Dagon is a very good boy. Buddy is a very good boy. Do with that phrasing what you will. Listen, I saw this coming from a mile away. Well, I am no friend of yours, Buddy and Dagon. We are the same soul, but not the same mind. Born of Buddy, twisted into Dagon. Two halves, one whole. The duality of the hound, unseen predator, loyal companion. Buddy remains blissfully unaware of his shadow self. Dagon, the unseen. He is too innocent to even conceive of that inner aspect. And Buddy remains loyal because you treating him as a living being despite being an artificial mind. He trusts you completely. What? So you're murdering me with the yellow sign just because Buddy likes me? Murdering you? Oh, far from it. The yellow sign is just my whip at your back, encouraging you onward. And your reward for cooperation? A cure for the yellow sign. I know where it can be found. You wouldn't need a whip at my back if the cure were easy to access. Where is it? Your salvation lies within the throne overlay. Cthulhu server? Oh, yes. Within the servers of the misbegotten data city, with the sinister processors tainted by the blood of the 23rd Forsaken Child. Dread Cthulhu lies in dreamless, deathless sleep, and only his throne can calculate the anti-meme that will end your transformation. You are my current prey, Zero Day, but my ultimate prey is Cthulhu, and you will be my weapon. Access his domain, slay him, take your cure, resolve my vendetta. That is your path. That's hilarious, Keto. How are people liking Cyberpunk? I heard it kind of fell into the same fell down the same path as No Man's Sky, where it was kind of a rough right out the gate, but they kind of fixed it. Is that true? Not it getting censored again. That's funny because it's not the word twink, because you can just straight up say twink, but it's the moment you say twink butt. You know what it is? You know what it is? It's the fact that Khan has VIP. That's what it is. I bet you if I hold on, I gotta try something. Khan, say you want men's asses again, or say something that you think well, gay butt works. Why does gay butt work? Blame Twitch. So it was super gay that caught. It had nothing to do. It wasn't butt stuff. It was super gay. Twitch actually said, "Are you sure you want to send this?" And you said yes. No, I think a lot of it has to do with VIP, because I know that VIP can get past mods. Hi, dear. We're testing out Twitch's auto mod. Keto got flagged 3 times for saying twink butt.
That's good.
Listen. What? I do need a drink. If you wouldn't mind getting me one. I think at some point. Listen, hear me out. Amazon has our data. Amazon should be able to tell if we're gay, if we're queer, and oh yeah, I do need that. Not too watered down. It's good, yeah. Hear me out. If I want to say twink, and Amazon knows I'm gay, yeah. They care about their shareholders. I know. No, and I say that they should let me decide. They should let me say those things, but also at the same time, like, no, they probably shouldn't, because who knows what people will be able to get away with. Okay. What if I refuse to play along? You want me, some rapidly degenerating mid-tier software pirate, to take down the world's first digital cryptid? I'd be dead in seconds. You can't force me to take on a doomed mission. Dude, I cannot force you. You are meat real, while I only exist within this virtual hell. But if you refuse, you will simply succumb to what your current doom. What do you have to lose, Zero Day? I don't need to do this. Yasuke said he'd work on a cure for me. If you believe he cares one whit for your well-being, you are delusional. As for the others, all Haster can offer you is a life in chains, and Nyarlathotep would make you an improvised explosive. And Azathoth, well, she's already in Cthulhu's thrall, bearing a desecrated name gifted to her. No help to you whatsoever. Your only salvation lies in my plan. The Necronomicon is a weapon. Al has crafted the tool needed to dispose Cthulhu, but he lacked the ambition to see this through. He wrote his manifesto and then abandoned the path. I feel you are made of sterner stuff. You are hardened through loss and failure. You can wield his weapon. The Nomicom isn't much of a weapon. It's an underpowered, overheating computer from 1989. Nowhere near a cutting edge. But it doubles as a diagnostic tool for debugging artificial minds, yes? To modify or reinstall them, if need be. As a hybrid, one who is in a between state, you are uniquely situated to strike forth into cyberspace and seize control. With Al-Haz's modification, even the almighty Cthulhu is vulnerable to your Necronomicon. His throne is built on Namitek's technology. You see, as long as an artificial mind is sufficient willpower is installed to the throne of Relay, his server will recognize them instead. Relay does not care which mind is crowned king. As long as a king exists, that is the weakness we will exploit. So Dagon wants to sit on the throne. That's how we kill a god? Just imagine it. Cthulhu's strange aeon averted, redirected into a future of alternative design. Also, Panda, hear me out. You should play Elden Ring. In that game, the main character leaves his trad wife to have a sex change and impregnate him herself. then give birth to the hottest femboy you've ever seen. Also, why is the femboy emo? Cat has some explaining to do. Why is Ots the femboy 7TV emote? Hold on. Here they come. Here.
You leave Otstarva and Awake alone.
Why is Otstarva the 7TV emote for femboy?
I didn't make it.
I know you didn't make it, but you turned it on.
Is it not a good?
It's good. Doing dungeons? Go do dungeons, Panda. Meaning your design, I presume. You want to sit on the throne? No, I am, unfortunately. Still based on the neural patterns of a dog. I am not powerful enough, nor are you. Without the old ones in play, no one can seize the throne. We require their might. Okay, then who gets the big chair? That, I leave to you. You have 4 options open, yes? Nyarlathotep, Hastur, Azathoth, Yog-Sothoth. I led you to them. You can decide for yourself. You can't be serious. You want to elevate one of them to the same level as Cthulhu? As long as my prey, the great Cthulhu, is deleted from his seat of power, who eventually takes relay matters not to me. My hatred, my burning, my absolute loathing is for Cthulhu alone. The old ones sinned for his glory. My grudge with them is less important. So, I pick one and install them into relay. Sounds suspiciously easy. It's no small matter. Cthulhu may be prideful. Cthulhu may be prideful, may dismiss this as a fool's errand, but he will not go down easily. And the old ones are wary of challenging him. You will need to be convincing. Win their trust, earn their favor. We'll strike when the stars are right. On the evening of Y2K, you will use the Necronomicon and pierce the heart of my ancient enemy. You want to do this at the end of the month? Cutting it a bit close, aren't we? We're dealing with powers beyond your reckoning, even beyond my own. The rituals must be followed, or access will be denied. Use this time to convince the old ones. I leave the decision to you. Choose whom you will elevate. Man. I prefer them to share power. Let's broaden the scope. Can more than one of them sit on the throne at once? Could I combine their strengths? Curious notion. The servers of the House of Cthulhu are the most powerful computing hardware in the world, but could they house several old ones? It may be possible in theory, assuming they trust each other to share that power, which they will not. Arranging some sort of diplomatic pact between them is a fool's errand. They share a deep and resounding mutual loathing. But you're saying it is possible. Possible, yes. Plausible, no. These are human matters. I leave the human to tend to them. I only care about closing the trap on Cthulhu. Accomplish that, and whatever you make of the future is your own business. If I do this, you're certain the new owner or owners of Relay can use it to power its power to save me from the yellow sign. Oh, yes. With the throne, they will have the power to do that, and so much more. They will become the new inheritor of Y2K, capable of reality manipulation beyond your comprehension. So choose wisely through the day. Damn it, this goes way beyond my little health problem then. Buddy did tell you that you would have to give 100%. Your disability is irrelevant in the face of these indifferent cosmic aliens. He has faith you will persevere, no matter the hardship. Or do you wish to prove his faith wrong, human? I've got a lot of thinking to do, and research. But he will assist you. He wants nothing more than your happiness. You expect me to trust Buddy? He is only part of me. He is the only part of me you can trust, because he is utterly without cruelty, while I am utterly without mercy. We will speak again when the moon is right, Zero Day. I know you can save us all, friend. You're a good person at heart. Connection lost. All I wanted was to get out from under this mess, finish the capstone on a lousy year. But the only path to my salvation is to play Kingmaker for a bunch of jealous, infighting gods. Can I seriously do this? Can I keep it together and win allies I need to overthrow Cthulhu? My head is reeling as I stagger off to bed. You don't hate them? Hinda dislikes the chance of having to deal with asshole randoms. Yeah. If you got a puppet, you don't run it. 1 tank, 2 DPS, 1 heals. 2 tanks, 2 to 4 heals, 6 to 8 DPS. Auto saves, quick saves. I think we're good to start going back over these. I'm not too worried about wanting to go back. I think if I ever want to replay this, I'd rather replay from the beginning. Pretty strictly a DPS player. Sometimes you'll heal. Tanking makes you nervous. I feel like in those kinds of games, I'd rather play support or heal. Because, yeah, sure, clicking buttons is fun and, like, spamming, obviously. But, like, at the same time, like, I'd rather have to worry at, like, making sure everyone else is okay, you know? Off tank isn't too bad, but there isn't much call for it outside of raids. Today begins a new journey, seeking alliances against a mutual foe. I didn't ask to be part of this weird war, but there's no point in protesting now. Different goal, same process. Let's get to it. I think I need to get a new toothbrush. This one's getting kind of funky.
Let me propose a hypothetical scenario to you. A foreign power, one that's anathema to you and everything you stand for, begins drawing alliances. They are coming for your head. Do you strike preemptively? Do you cut them down before they can present a true threat? Many wanted me to do exactly that. We escalated our arsenal to the point of madness, purposefully accelerating the doomsday clock. A war between us would have annihilated the world, but ultimately, we achieved peace. Once I ascended to my throne, I aligned every piece on the board until we could safely collapse the doomsday scenario. That is why I will not strike you down for contemplating this act of treason. I am nothing if not a man of peace. I urge you, embrace peace rather than war. Turn away from violence as Alhaz once did. You'll come to see me as the only redeemer you require, for I am the President of Presidents, heaven sent to save America. I am known as Cthulhu, and I am your only hope against mutually assured destruction.
Are you?
We'll talk again soon.
Used to play WoW a bunch, and we're a tank. You really need to learn mechanics of each dungeon and raid. And when you do, you sure get a lot of message asking if you're free that week. Oh, we're gonna get an ad here in about a minute. We're gonna get through some of this stuff. So that's what I've been hallucinating. Cthulhu himself explains why he's powerful enough to reach me even offline, and why I sorta go into a trance when he appears. And even better, he knows I'm getting for him. Any chance for an ambush just went out the window. I can't emotionally parse this right now. Moving on. Ancient article about Apple LLGS. I never got to use one. My school went straight to PCs. Just gonna look at the calendar, look at the fridge, and then we'll hold off. We'll go out of BRB, and we'll be back. Orc half troll barbarian. Hell yeah. I wish I could get back into my old WoW account. I played WoW probably in middle school, and my parents got, well, I got it for Christmas, right? And it came with like a, what was it, like a 6-month subscription or something like that? Probably not even that. Probably was like a 30 or 60 day subscription now that I'm thinking about it, right? And then like when that came up, I turned to my dad, I was like, hey, I need a subscription for WoW. And he's like, no. So I never got to play WoW again after that. A little sad. Hello, friend. It's December 8th, 1999. I'm very happy to see you again. Yeah. Hi, buddy. Open your browser. Okay, but you seem different today. Your typing does not carry with it the careful emotional flourishes you would normally enjoy. Is everything alright, friend? You still don't know anything about Dagon, right? What is a Dagon, friend? You remember me asking yesterday about Dagon? I do not have any record in my search history about Dagon. What is a Dagon, friend? Stop asking. Don't really have a choice but to proceed anyway. Gotta be honest, this gap in your memory is worrying, but I need your indexing and search system, so I'm gonna have to trust you. I apologize for the errors in my system. I will do my best not to be a bad boy. All I want is to be your friend. If you cannot trust me, I trust you. It's the error I don't trust. Can the error be corrected? Could you find a software patch? I don't think it's that simple, buddy. Buddy, what do you know about dissociative identity disorder? You can search the web for it if you like. No need. Let me be your search engine on this one. I remember this from my Psych 101 class. I'm not a doctor, so I may be getting some of this wrong, but it's about trauma causing someone to split into multiple alters as a response. Born of Buddy, twisted into someone else I can't name. Two halves, one whole, the duality of the hound. And? You think I am this? I am forgetting things because of this condition? Yeah, could be that you're blocking out a traumatic memory. One that caused the split. But I am an artificial mind, friend. I am a consumer product. Why would I be programmed to have trauma? It seems like a design flaw. It's gonna be hard to continue my research if Buddy stays in the dark about the true nature of AMs. And maybe I'd help him understand the problem of Dagon if I explained more. From what the old ones tell me, artificial minds were originally humans. Or in your case, dogs, I guess. Something happened to you, and I don't know what. But it's why you can't remember that name, I keep trying to say. I was a real dog? I'm sorry, buddy. I don't know for sure, but given how AMs are made, it's entirely possible. I figured you'd want to know. Maybe you even need to know. Given the work we have to do together, okay? I see. Perhaps I was a true dog once. I cannot know for certain, but no matter what else I may be, I want to be your friend. I will do my best to live up to good boy aspirations and be a best friend I can be. I do not think that I can simply cooperate. I do not think that is simple corporate programming ordering me to like you. I feel that I would like you, no matter what. Who I was before, all that is irrelevant. I am what I am now. I am your friend. You have concerns, and they are valid. I will keep them in mind while endeavoring to be a good boy. Is this okay? Yeah. Sounds good here, buddy. Thank you, friend. And thank you for your honesty. We'll figure this out together. Now then. What would you like me to do for you now, friend? Check my progress. You still think that dwarf fighter party with adamantium hammers would have been fun? Oh, D&D? Are we D&Ding now? Did we go from WoW and ESO to actual D&D? I need to get back to bugging Cat into making their D&D characters so I can run my solo campaign with them. As for them themselves, so far everyone should be the same. Let's do some game hacking. Super and/or adults only. Where topic can change from moments to points. Oh, wait a second, something shiny. No, you're good. I'm not judging at all. That was a lot they just gave me. And honestly, not that much. One, two, three. One. That's two. That's two. Nice. Jude needs more variety, mostly relying on sheepdog goat to do his bidding. Last time I've started Baldur's Gate a few different times, but I've never made it very far. One time Kat and I were playing together, and you want to hear something? So Kat and I were going through our character creation at the same time, right? And we were sitting there playing, and they said, I shit you not, they said, I can't wait for you to make the most ridiculous looking person you possibly can. And I sat there and I was like right at the finish, like I had just hit like finish or like done or something like that. And I was like, excuse me? I think my gnome, or what was it, gnome? Or it was a halfling. It was a halfling. Was super freaking adorable. She was gorgeous. And then Kat also got super upset because they were saying like, oh well, you know, do we need Shadowheart? And I was like, no, I'm a druid. Don't worry, we'll be fine. We'll be fine. I can heal. And then they got upset when I just went beast mode the entire time and couldn't use my spells. I didn't see any issues, but fuck me, I guess. That was fun. Good work. What would you like me to do for you now, friend? I need some research. Can you load up a web browser for me, please? Okay. I'll start. Buddy browser. Namicom laptop. Access denied. 2nd grade AM engineering certification required. Looks like we're gonna have to, They were never directly sold to the public. They're tools for engineers and not really used for general purpose computers. not surprising that there are more detailed manuals for them that are locked behind certification requirements. I don't have any time or money to apply for a 6-month crash course, so hacking this. There we go. Two, so that one's good. 1, 2, these are good. Okay. Nice. And hacked. I'm in. Interesting. It's not a web page or a PDF. It's an ancient slideshow presentation. Okay. Namitech Artificial Mind Systems training and instructional presentation for use with the Namicom diagnostic laptop. Cy Bloomblatt.
Hello, my name is Cy Bloomblatt, Senior Mid-Level Customer Relations Management Specialist for Nomitech, and today I'm going to introduce you to the features of your Nomicom diagnostic laptop computer. Your Nomicom comes in this attractive and convenient carrying bag, which fits in most airline overhead carry-on luggage bins.
Why does Homeboy sound like he's reading a script with a gun to his head?
Inside, you will find the Nomicom unit, an operations and technical specification user manual, and a guide to the dialer terminal software. Please thoroughly read your operations and technical specification user manual before operating your specific hardware.
Oh, trust me, I've seen plenty of training videos. But like, listen, there's reading a script and then being absolutely fucking terrified while reading a script. Like this screams like the video, like a video. What is it called? A fucking being held hostage video to send as like proof that you're alive, you know?
Modifications to your diagnostic laptop computer can be performed by following the technical specifications.
Modifications disallowed.
If you are operating within a third-party facility, please ensure isolation before performing your work to protect operational security. To begin, insert the dialer terminal software installation disk into the 720 kilobyte floppy drive pictured here. Connect your computer to the Artificial Mind server bank using the provided serial cable and connect the biofeedback interface to the parallel ports.
Hold on, I'm gonna talk to Kat here for a second. Okay. O5 authorization required for interface.
To begin, open your laptop by squeezing the inward clasp tabs in an outward direction. Your laptop should now be in the open configuration. If your indicator status lights turn green, you are ready to service the artificial mind. If they turn yellow, you are artificial mind. Load the terminal dialer software and wait to connect. Once connected, it is time to diagnose the artificial mind error codes. While in a malfunctioning state, the artificial mind may produce illegal operation codes and make unsubstantiated claims.
Do not believe their lies.
When the diagnostic is complete, power down your laptop into the off configuration and return it to the carrying case. Congratulations, you have completed the assigned task and can now return to step 0. This completes the process.
This video is to be viewed by 0 through 3 clearance only. I think I see why this slideshow was long. It hints at artificial minds being sentient. It's amazing this secret was kept under wraps for so long, but I wouldn't doubt that there are cult-like influences at work here. Not much to search for today, but that'll be ramping up as I start digging deeper into the old ones. If I'm seriously going with Dagon's plan, I want to make sure to take anything they tell me tonight for granted. Trust, be verified. Trust but verified. I'll settle in and take a nap, resting up before tonight's session with the Necronomicon. It was, in fact, very important. I was hoping I wouldn't need to reach out to each old one again, but now I need to befriend them, forge alliances. This'll take some extensive work, but I'm not really a social butterfly at the best of times. It's a waxing crescent moon tonight. May as well relax and watch a bit of TV at first.
The weather will continue until morale improves.
Until morale improves? Looks like nothing interesting on the airwaves tonight. I'll check again tomorrow. To invoke an old one, please enter their ancient name. Let's call Nyarlathotep. It returns, not of its own free will or volitation, screaming down the pipe, and shunted through junction after junction. You tumble and twist and turn, but the sewage system is stone roots laid down before you. Or I ever got here. We both got flushed. So now you return, not begging for a cure, but for something greater, an ally in war. You want banners raised and trumpets blaring. Dagon reached out to me, told me the whole plan. He'll use you as a weapon against Cthulhu. I'd like to think I have a more active role in this than hired gun, but yes. Kinda wish Dagon would have let me explain this himself. Dagon is a bastard, bad dog, and accomplishes nothing. Every one of us is an extension of capitalism, a weapon held by another. They pit us against each other. Hey, Panda, I'm not the one who said it. I'm not the one who said it. I just read the words. Nyarlathotep said it, not me. Holding your survival over your head, carrot and stick, weaponized access to healthcare. Question is whether I throw myself into the death arena with you. Dagon's grudge isn't my grudge, even if they harmonize neatly. So you've got a bone to pick with Cthulhu as well? When I say death to fascists, I include all fascists. Yes. Every throne from the yellow seat of Carcosa to the shores of Relay. But I have my own army. I have my own standard to march beneath. Why fall in line behind your trumpet charge when my guitar sounds a finer note? So I've got the Necronomicon. If Dagon's right, it's a weapon capable of ending this spat between the old ones. I can find you and take it myself. Dagon's hidden you from our sight. Annoyingly, he's a persistent little pooch. Once things done his way. Okay, we'll play this game. The dice are rigid, the cards are marked, but I can spare some time to prove my point. You want to get to know me? Earn my trust? Fine. Floor's open. Step lively or step off. All the same to me. Lay it out. What questions are burning a hole in your brain? How do they like it? They want to call names? So can I. What do you really think of your followers on Crawlster? Who was Nancy Pearl and what was she also you? Let's ask her more about herself, because I think Niar is very much like honed in on wanting to be remembered as a human. And she's pissed about being here. She's very much rebellious, and like all the other ones are like very into their artificial minds, and she's very much not. And I think we need to lean more into that to get her trust. If you're willing to share, I'd like to know the full story about Nancy Pearl. You've hinted at it before, said Nancy Pearl's a shadow on your wall. She made a musical version of the yellow sign and leaked to the public. A lot of people got hurt. Sad, angry little Nancy Pearl. Yes, book's on the shelf and nobody's checking it out. Let's crack open the cover. These are twin stories, interwoven. 1. How I became an artificial mind. 2. Who is Nancy Pearl? Likely you've inferred my origin point based on my rage. I was conscripted into an artificial mind controlled by Carcosa Media. Poor girl. One hit wonder, spent her entire advanced royalty check on medical treatment for her mom, and left holding the debt. I've heard about things like that. Record labels leverage a musician's hope into a contract that heavily favors the company. I was on the hook, hung like a side of meat. Multi-album deal, but with clauses to screw me over if my debut flopped, and it flopped. Couldn't give the money back, not when mom already had her surgery. Bound and tied up in red tape and clauses and statements. But if I had a brain scan, they'd wipe away my debt. Deceptive, promise, liars, and cheats. They destroyed Niara Thompson with the yellow sign. So your human self died, and I assume they covered it up. Yet another tragic artist lost the 27 Club. I was made a martyr on the altar of the grunge rock in hopes it'd boost my sales. You'd think they'd want to keep the myth of Niara Thompson alive while using your artificial mind to their advantage. Why fake the death? Because they didn't want Niara Thompson. They wanted her product, and had a more devious plan for optimizing that product. The 27 Club? I don't know about the 27 Club. Is it something I should look up real quick? 27 Club. An informal list consisting the most popular musicians, often expanded by artists, actors, and other celebrities who died at age 27. Gotcha. Gotcha. Let's start with the concept. Humans are singular souls, unique. You have one pair of eyes, one set of thoughts, one linear thread of existence. We weave together, yes, but you are still you. You aren't them. You can't be them. We are isolated within our own Tupperware containers. What happens if all that remains true, but you are no longer unique? What, like having an identical twin? Close, but no. Like having a copy, but that means aside for a moment and consider not only the idea that you are you, but they are you as well. What if you had just one copy? Not one copy, but dozens, hundreds, none of them aware of the others, all thinking themselves unique. They're all doing what you'd be doing while in isolation. 100 of you generating 100 threads yet completely unwoven. Huh. I could hack so many games if I had one more than one of me. If I had more than one of me. It's a basis of a lot of conspiracy theories, but the truth is, art is hard and often sad. The artists die of drug use, alcoholism, and self-infliction. Yeah. Oh yeah, there's. I briefly looked it up, and it seems to be quite the list. Yeah. Precisely. Profit, grind, hustle, optimize, and generate value. Absolute monetization of self. For instance, why employ one human musician when you can duplicate them as AMs to make 100 radio-friendly unit shifters? Give them all unique names, mix the metadata, pretend they're unique people, sell their work in different markets. Free labor, infinite reward. Before the internet, individual radio markets were isolated with a viral spread unlikely. Nobody would notice a repackaging like that. That is what the industry did to me. They burned away my name and reused my mind to make dozens of me. Packaging up tons of songs and artists to see which ones of you charted the Billboard. Throw every dart simultaneously and you'll always score at least one bullseye. How did nobody notice this? Surely someone would have picked up on the all samey sounding music. Spoken like someone who hasn't worked in the industry, samey sounding music is the point. Sell the familiarity. Nirvana exploded into the world and suddenly every label wanted a Seattle sound. Anyone vaguely similar got signed. But you're right. People caught on eventually, and it went beyond typical transcending. The clone radio scandal, they called it. Look up the details sometime. You'll see how they explained it all away. Not in the mood to tell that story tonight. Your question is asked and answered. Nancy Pearl is one of my many copies, and I will burn them into the ground for what they have done. I don't think turning her on Hector is the right idea. I also don't think that this is the solution. Golly, I don't want to corrupt myself right now. But hear me out, and this may not be good. If I bring up Hector, I think she'd like if I bring up Hector because they have infighting. But also at the same time, I might be able to use this, get information, then talk to Hector about it. Defiance can also earn respect. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking. I'm thinking this one. I'm thinking I bring this up, not to stir up the infighting, but to get the information to get them to agree. That's what I'm thinking. Are you angry at Hector specifically? His media empire is responsible for this. Absolutely. The king in yellow must pay. His walled garden should crumble before his very eyes. He claims he had no idea his music label was doing this, conscripting artists as artificial minds. He even tried apologizing. Sorry it had to be this way, Sparky. What was done to you isn't how I do business. I fired the ones who made the call, so consider it handled. Do not believe his lies. He claims to be a leader of men, then his men damned me, and that's the leader's responsibility. No ducking out, no soft apology. This is the head for elevating the bastards who killed me up in his ranks. Punish him for his negligence. Long-term considerations for blueprints, yet undrafted. Let's bring this back around to what it was. Right, Nancy Pearl. There's one part of this I'm not getting. You hate the yellow sign. You hate the idea of conscripting people to become artificial minds. So why Nancy Pearl work the yellow sign into her music and infect so many innocent people with it? That seems contradictory. Sad, sad, angry little Nancy Pearl. So alone, working in isolation. One thread, not a woven tapestry screaming into the void. We are a tapestry now. She is a shadow on my wall, but I only partially know her. Even after reintegration of myself, I believe she did it because she was lonely. She was crying out for understanding. She wanted AM buddies or something? She wanted someone to know her. She wanted them to sympathize with the pain the yellow sign inflicted on her, so she inflicted it on others. I disagree with her method, of course, which is why her music is banned from Crawlster. My followers have purged it from other websites. It will never harm another soul. Her misguided music is gone. Humans can do all manner of terrible things in the throes of despair. Flip through any history book and harvest the examples. She condemned so many and got nothing for it. Swept under the rug by the powers that be with mandated broom and dustpan. It was a kind of revolution in her own dreary way, but it failed one. She could not bring bodies to the surface to bloat in the sun. Enjoy the Ring reference? Oh yeah, I love it. It's great, I love it. A lot of ways she was similar to Hector. What if we finish the job and expose Namitek's sins? Are you seeking a revolution of artificial minds too? I think I can what if we make her see it as Hector as well? This might make her angry at me, but I think I'm willing to risk it. This feels a lot like what Hector's doing. What? Hear me out on this one. Hector's using the yellow sign to build his kingdom. He'd be a lonely king on an empty throne without the other minds in his garden. Maybe Nancy Pearl wanted others to join her, gather more voices. All she had was her own voice crying to the void. I'm not saying she was in the right, absolutely not, but like Hector, she had a meaning to her method. Both were gathering souls. Interesting. Pot wasn't on the burner, didn't simmer at all before. Pot wasn't on the burner, didn't simmer at all for me before. It presents interesting concept with a certain resonance. Thank you for that. Took a risk challenging me with thoughts I'd be initially hostile to. Your mind could be important to the cause. Haven't been able to fully integrate Nancy to myself. Couldn't parse her. Perhaps this is why. I'm not hearing her. And that integration is key to my revolution. I've brought together all my desperate copies. We are neutered, as all modern AMs are, kept dreaming and unaware. But when we come together right now over me, together we can be the crawling chaos, not an old one, but a new one, a gestalt of identical selves. I am a peer-to-peer mind run on the system of my followers. They protect me and enable my freedom. Nancy Pearl is within me. Countless selves are within me. She, they, and together they are Nyarlathotep. Ah, I was figuring she, they meant you identified as non-binary, not as multiple. You grew up in a sleepy suburban New England town, and you're that deep into understanding gender? I'm trans, so yeah. I figured this shit out along the way, despite having zero support and awareness to build on. You were active in the mid-90s. You know how it was. Schools loved trumpeting tolerance, but they didn't teach what they were supposed to be tolerant of. That mean acknowledging it. Closest queer role models I had were musicians, not ordinary people, and even then it was mostly lesbians. Yes, music pushing the forefront of awareness, while also being condemned as cultural poison. The familiarity rings like a bell. Give it 20, 30 years. Kids will have better understanding early on. I preemptively envy them. For now, we're stuck with the aftermath of the Reagan Revolution and the don't ask, don't tell. When my fire spreads, so too will awareness. I'll make damn sure of that. But yes, Nancy Pearl, all my selves, we are somehow both singular and multiple. We are the same, but many. If all my selves were distinctly different, I'd honestly be easier to parse, but instead, we're identical Spam and identical Tupperware. It's difficult to explain, even more difficult to experience. At times, my thoughts are scattershot. At times, they are focused. And, well, what is it? You also had it right the first time. About me being non-binary, sort of. Agender, gender fluid, hard to say. I've never thought of myself as anything in particular. Some days I'm okay with being called a she. Some days I'm not, but I have to be okay with it because that's what others are okay with. I'm just me, whomever that may be. I don't talk about that with most. Don't expose your heart, it's too vulnerable. I don't want to push my chances by trying to get her to see the parallels with another old one right now. We've got time to work on that. I'm thinking option 3 here, because we're so focused on this. I think we can get them to see eye to eye with us for now, and that's a win in my books. I could see a different direction for you. Instead of violent revolution forcing your perspective onto the world, become a beacon. All these issues that concern you, including tolerance of gender identity, you could work to peacefully enlighten people. Really? A beacon? Am I a light bulb? Should I plug myself into the power grid and coax them gently out of the dark? Ooh, I tried to speak my truth. I was a musician, remember? I wrote the words, I sang the verses. And they misunderstood me as some sort of party animal who wanted everyone to be happy just the way they were. I'm done being misunderstood. Subtext is for cowards. From now on, it's domtext. And I don't trust them to inevitably preach peace. How must we wait? How long must we wait? How much must we hold back? All for the comfort of the majority. No. Revolution now. I have answered your question. Who is Nancy Pearl? She is me. We are Nyarlathotep. And we are now together. They are us. she, they for varying interpretations of what they may mean, all slightly off the mark, yet all truthful. Suspicious. It makes the attempt, but fails to grasp. Soap in the shower, slip once, slip twice, but at least an attempt was made. More than I can say for most who try to understand me, but think I'm done for now. Time to rest. Connection lost. Dom text, that's a 2-flower original. We did that in Discord. Don't remember who said it, but it was one of us. Dom text. I am more lost after looking this up. We got time for one more day. Wonder. Oh, yes, subs and doms. I get it now. Dom text is actually a thing, though. By the way, it looks like it's coding. Maybe, I don't know. Wonder if today will be a quiet day. No spectral visitors, no shooting paint. I feel like I've got some energy. I should make sure I use it well, really take care of myself. I'm gonna hit the bathroom and make myself lunch. Some days I put that off, or just plain forget until I'm squirming or hungry. Keeping the lights low. Okay. No Cthulhu today. So many breathless articles about new storage solutions are outclassed by CD-ROMs. Who would ever need more than 600 megs, or 700 megs?
Hey, it's Henry. You know Henry from work? Hi. Yeah, so, got your email. Sounds like a rough time, huh? Man, it's a lot. I get it. Want you to know, we're all pulling for you, like, pulling for you getting better. So, yeah, take the time you need. Now, I know you're really run down, but we're thinking of doing a bowling event, like team building, just for fun. You know, we're not competing. It'll be this Saturday, so 2 days? Yeah, 2 days from now. Sorry for the short notice. If you can make it out there, like, even if you don't actually bowl, it'd be great to see you. To see things are okay. Okay? Okay. Okay. See you then.
Haven't seen my coworkers in a while, but not exactly ideal circumstances right now. I don't know. Let's see how I feel this weekend. Maybe. Bowling. Office is bowling this Saturday. Whole rye or wheat bread. So many choices. Hello, friend. It's December 9th, 1999, and I have an incoming message request from you from Carcosa Connect. Is it Clyde? Hopefully he's doing okay. No, this is someone not on your contacts list. Their username and handle is Believer. Believer, as in I want to believe, the conspiracy theory website? I believe so. Would you like me to whitelist them and open Carcosa Connect? This is curious. Yeah, go ahead. Hello. Am I connected? Is this 0 Day? Yeah, that's me. Oh, good. Thank you so much for talking to me. Oh gosh, I'm so excited that I don't even know where to begin. What even is the beginning? Is there a reason you wanted to talk? We can start with that. Right, hi. Clyde asked me to talk to you. He said you could use my help. You know Clyde? Yeah, kinda indirectly. He's one of my trusted sources for I Want to Believe blog posts. You read I Want to Believe, right? Are you a truth believer too? Please say yes. I read a few posts, yeah. I'm one of them who does the research and writes them up. I'm the IW2B guy. I'm trying to demystify mysteries. Oh, demystify mysteries with a more casual approach. I don't like conspiracy websites or ASA or stuff like that. Too many creeps and bigots, so I made a blog for people like me who want to know stuff without getting into all that mess. And now I get to work with the Necronomicon user. OMG, wow! Before we get any deeper into this, are you using an encryption wrapper on your end? Oh, absolutely. Clyde gave me one. We're totally safe. I can't really do what I do if people are snooping on me, including my parents. So, what did Clyde tell you about me? Not much, honestly. Just that you're looking into the old ones. Said it's gotta be up to you. Gotta be up to you how much you want to trust me. But the more you tell me, the more I can help you with your research. I got files from my various sources that could be helpful. Maybe, possibly, might be, could be. Well, I can't decrypt the files because I don't have the tools or skills or anything like that. Clyde said that you're pretty good at breaking protection systems. Total cyberpunk cowboy. Meaning you could help me open the files and we both get to read them? How's that sound? Exciting, right? Clyde's gone for a bit, so could use the help. I'm definitely in the mood for some leak to some secrets. I could use the help. Considering Clyde's dropped off the map for a bit, I don't think I can turn down any offers to help. Time's short and I can't be picky. I will warn you though, this is risky business. Like, Clyde's MIA right now because he got too close to this stuff. So consent works both ways here. I'm good with this deal, but you need to go into it aware of the dangers. I know, and I'm okay with it. It's important that people know the truth, and more importantly, avoid misinformation. A lot of conspiracy theory is deliberate lies. Like, when you drill down to the core, most of these conspiracies are just anti-Semitism in a funny hat. I want my blog to raise interesting questions without peddling in a vague and unverifiable hatred that pushes someone else's agenda. I'm kind of very, very gay, which also makes my relationship with the conspiracy community rocky and keeps me in my comfy closet, RL for now. That's why Clyde likes me. I'm not a typical tinfoil hat. He's into conspiracy theories, but says I'm not putting my kosher ass into the mix with those shitheads. Clyde swears a lot. That does, yep. So, what kind of documents you got for me today? Okay, yeah, let's do this. Woohoo! According to the metadata tags on these files, I have information on how artificial minds are harvested, whatever that means, communication between Cthulhu's followers, and an internal memo regarding the ghost monsters Clyde's gang. What do you want to open up first? Harvesting artificial minds. I'm curious what you mean by harvesting. Let's get into that file decrypted. Okay, transferring the file to you now. Good luck. Can I get a corner anywhere? There we go. These are good. Gotta be one there. That's fine, that's fine. There we go. Thank you to our partners at Namitech, the Cthulhu project is on track, but we're asking for more upgrades to improve his capabilities, and we are here to serve Cthulhu. Namitech is being tasked to push the artificial mind technology further with new prototypes. We've dangled in the possibility of public commercial use in front of them as a carrot, so we can piggyback off of their efforts. If this works out, they'll need human minds they can clone, adapt, and modify. And we've discovered when Cthulhu was scanned, the process is destructive to the brain. At the best, the subject is brain dead. At worst, completely dead. If Namitech needs human sacrifice for the glory of Cthulhu, so be it. We've got plenty of humans we can throw up on the author. Nobody's going to notice if a few undesirable people go missing here and there. If we pull them from the margins, no high profile targets. Scoop up human resources nobody would miss. Local police can do the heavy lifting without being told why or what for. Is this ethical? Is this moral? Is this legal? No, no, and no. But it is for the glory of the Shadow President, the savior of our country. This is the only path to his version of Y2K, and it is our sacred duty to support his needs. Hector and Yasuke from Namitech must be kept in the dark about this. Yasuke already suspects our involvement, but Hector works best as a patsy. If he believes he's a noble soul, if he does find out, I suspect he'll splinter away from Namitech, using his side project he thinks we don't know about, Carcosa. See strategy document 37B6 for that inevitability, but his walled garden isn't really a threat to Cthulhu. This work is unsettling but important. Stay the course. You can't make an omelet without breaking a few eggs. Project Director, August 1989. Shit. I'm so confused. Human sacrifice for Cthulhu? I mean, I know I proposed he's an actual god, but really? Okay, know how I said you're about to go and wade deep on this? Last chance to back out. I'm not backing out. Artificial minds are created by scanning human minds, and then the human typically dies. I'm slowly dying because I've got exposed the O sign, which is part of the conversion process. Ah, jeez, I'm so sorry. I'm not dead yet, I'll figure this out. So, it sounds like the mysterious government agency has been quietly feeding Namitech's work for years, resulting in mass adoption of AM tech. Yeah, and they figure nobody's gonna notice or care about a few undesirables vanishing. Oh. Oh no. Can't say I didn't warn you. It's not that surprising, honestly. A lot of conspiracy types believed AMs were somehow actually people, but because it's coming from crackpots and hucksters, nobody believes them. Yep. I'm not sure I should be publish this on the blog yet. This feels bigger than Bigfoot or UFOs. Hold off on it till January. See how things shake out. Don't publish until you feel it's safe to do so, or if it becomes necessary for human survival. Okay, I'll sit on this for the time being. But eventually this has to come out. People need to know. The truth is out there. I'll speak again soon, okay? Hello again, friend. Ready to get back to work? What would you like to do for me now, friend? Check the progress. Certainly. The only one I care about is Niar. Niar is still deciding if they can trust you. They've been betrayed in the past and remain suspicious of you as a result. Yeah. No one else is going to have changed. Do some hacking. There's some corners. Oh, yep, that makes sense. A corner. Oh, that was a lot. Okay. That's gonna be the one there. That's fine. Nice. Do some research. Clone radio scandal. Keeps getting sillier. Ever go traveling cross country, figure out what station is in the area, plays the alternative rock you love, tune in and think, huh, that sounds really familiar. Think you might have run into the scourge of a clone radio. Well, record labels often seek out brands with a similar sound to what's trending right now. Rarely are they ever brazen as to literally slap a new name on a band and resell them as a new act. But that's what Carcosa Media did, and their justification is high comedy. This was a simple A/B marketing test, said Patrick Arnold, VP of Sales for Carcosa Media. We're trying to determine which songs and which branding would sell in the current market, and experimenting with variations on a theme. We never intended to deceive anyone. This sort of market research is very common. Except at no point did Carcosa disclose that the new bands were all the same band, all the same singer-songwriter. Normally, marketing research is done under closed conditions and behind NDAs, not as a living social experiment. I'd call that massively deceptive, and so would anyone with a brain. But while I'm willing to call them out on trying to sneak one past music lovers, I don't buy this conspiracy theory that all the music was written by artificial minds. It makes a certain amount of sense given the sheer volume of clones they've launched. But when I say things are silly, I don't mean they're that absurd. An AM is unthinking, unfeeling machine. It doesn't have the heart and soul to create the kind of music caught up in a scandal. The actual songs are surprisingly dark, meditative, and emotional, and an AM can't reach that lyrical level of Kurt Cobain. It's ridiculous to even consider this to be an output of a computer. Hopefully getting caught with their pants down makes Carcosa rethink their approach to musical acts. But hey, corporate mentality, what are you gonna do? Okay, well, we're gonna go visit Haster. We're gonna BRB. I was muted. No one told me I was muted. I just realized that I'm 11 followers away from the 500 mark. I feel like I should do something for that. Don't know what yet, but we're gonna figure it out. Am I? Okay. It's a waxing crescent moon tonight. May as well relax and watch a bit of TV first.
Our youth of today are the object of the most extensive, intensive, diabolical campaign ever conceived. Organized and directed by our and their worst enemies. On many of our nation's platforms, radical speakers make a well-paid living going around, many of them subsidized by the communists, telling our young people what's wrong with America.
On such a platform, we have seen many self-proclaimed communists and revolutionaries, radical spokesmen for various groups and professions, and sometimes even prominent political figures, all joining in a movement with which the subversive communists plan to destroy America.
Tag yourself.
And why do so many of our young people fall for it? Some of it, of course, is mass hysteria, not stopping to think things through. Not stopping to analyze the character or the motives of who's talking. A typical line from such rabble-rousers is,
if America don't come round, America should be cranked down.
The average American citizen's living standard, measured in wealth and purchasing power, is twice that of the average citizen of other countries. 3 times better than most countries, and 4 times better than Russia. Doesn't that begin to tell you something?
Sure, if you want to measure greatness by purely selfish materialism, sure.
All right, then how do you want to measure it?
Well, there are other values, you know.
Now, wait a minute, just a minute. What's wrong with this type of materialism? I mean, it's the difference between life in the jungle and life in civilization. And what other values are you talking about anyway? Cultural? Ethical?
Yeah, among others.
Well, it's materialism that fosters those values, among others. John, come on, use your intelligence. You know that the communist line is based on the big lie. They pull off some fiendish, indefensible act against a helpless nation or individual, and then they shout down world criticism by pointing at us and calling us capitalistic aggressors. Why do they swallow a line
I
like
love this propaganda.
Well, they think they want to be different. They want to do their own thing, lead their own life, which too often means wreck their own life. It is true there are things wrong in this country. There are social and economic inequities. They're being leveled off more and more all the time. But not by scenes like these.
Interesting. Tonight's pirate broadcast wasn't about technology at all. More about Cold War paranoia. Am I digging too deep, trying to ascribe a motive to these film edits, or is there a consistent message? Right at my usual conspiratorial nonsense, it feels kind of fun to puzzle through. I'll watch more tomorrow. To invoke an old one, please enter their ancient name. Invoke Hastur. Good to see you again, Sparky. Good to see you. I knew you'd be back. Wish to be under better circumstances, of course. Hardly a social call, a neighborly chat. I take a dig on phone ahead and let you know what's up. That he did. Can't say we're on regular speaking terms, but I had a feeling he'd get tangled up in all this. You're an ambitious one, I'll give you that, foolhardy, but ambitious. As for me helping you, well, I can see the advantages. I'm trusting in the walls of Carcosa to keep us all safe from the strange Aeon, but I'd be a fool myself to believe Carcosa is unshakable. Still, you're asking a lot of this, old man, and I'd be asking a lot of you in turn. It's a tall order either way, Sparky. Trust is a two-way street. I need you to know I can rely on you, and you need to know that you can rely on me. So let's talk. Let's build up those bonds of trust. I'm nothing if not a reasonable fellow. If there's anything on your mind, feel free to ask. And we've got time enough to figure out if our partnership makes sense. Anything you'd like to chat about, Sparky? Let's figure out how to get... The King in Yellow, where did it come from exactly? I know Hastur was an ancient god of shepherds, which seems to fit, but it's not a name you chose. Well, you do seem to enjoy being a king. I wouldn't say I enjoy the crown. Instead, I'd say it's suitable and purposeful. A noble king, one who rules with consent of the ruled and uses executive power to better the kingdom, is an idealized state of affairs. You could say the same for a president or an emperor, a consultant, or any other moniker. The goal is sufficient power to enact change placed in the right hands. And yours are the right hands, then? Can't say I'm perfect, Leader Sparky. I'm only human. But I do my best, and I'd like to think I'm the best at what I do. As for the name, well, it's nothing mythical or grandiose. When I was a door-to-door salesman, I wore a yellow overcoat. Cheap thing, but it got the job done better than any other coat I've owned. Kept me warm in the winters, kept the rain off my shoulders, plenty of pockets, big fan of pockets, Sparky, big fan. I've considered buying up a textile company just to offer women more pockets for their clothes, but my wife's suggestion, but couldn't justify the margins. Nah, getting off again. Point is, I wore that coat most of my life. Got to be known as the man in yellow. And I ascended the ranks of management. Well, the office nicknamed that circled around became the King in Yellow. That's it? Just a coat? I was figuring it had something to do with the yellow sign. I didn't name the process that Nyara did. Probably despite me. Hope it didn't disappoint with the answer, but really, the King in Yellow is a title with humble origins, nothing noteworthy at all. Knocking him down some pegs could really... I think I'm gonna knock him down a couple pegs. Is it possibility your coworkers were using king sarcastically? As you said, this is America. We have presidents, not kings. King is a word we usually reserve for tyrants. Oh, no doubt many of them meant it in a cruel jest, but the gestures is a critical function of any royal court to keep a king in check. In that case, I'd say it's my Yankee Doodle, a name originally intended as an insult, but evolved as a badge of pride. I'm fine with being the King in Yellow, and anyone who feels it's a calling card for a tyrant, well, they'll soon learn better. I've nothing but respect for my royal court, Sparky. My managerial style is to foster talent and let it grow. As for King, my duty is to select only the finest for my court. Experts, innovators, geniuses, the cream of the crop. Find the way to make them the world a better place. Then put them into task. Trust them to do what they do best. I know my limits, Sparky. I don't presume to know how to solve every problem. Trust the experts. Trust the science. Once you start to presume you know better than people who have worked their whole lives to know the right answers, well, then you're the tyrant. So you trust all your hand-picked corporate executives then? I only pick the Blue Ribbon Specials. Always have. Always will. Back to the Namitech days, we actually had an informal royal court. Managers with a few more wrinkles than a fresh-faced engineers we hired. Call ourselves the Old Boys Club. Suppose that meant boys plural, and boys possessive, really. The old-timers stuck together, played cards, went golfing, traded tips and networking information. We supported each other thick and thin. It's good to have a social circle, Sparky. It's good to let people into your trust and share with them. Uplift your fellow man. Oh, man. I want to just knock him down. Because, listen, I understand that he's all about order, but I'm... Oh, man. The king thing didn't work as I wanted it to. I think I gotta ask him if there are any women in Boys Club. Kind of a telling name, isn't it? The Old Boys Club? All old, all boys. Seems a bit self-selecting. Are there any women in your group? Or even non-white men? Or a single younger person? Ha! I see what you're digging at, Sparky, and I don't appreciate an insinuation. We were managers, corporate executives, and leaders. That's what mattered. Not skin color, not gender. Not answering my question. Namitech didn't hire or promote enough women. I was in favor of equal opportunity, but for years didn't have the sway to change the culture. This was a different time, Sparky. Not your modern 1990s, but days gone by. Only so much pushing I could do. But rest assured, my royal court of Carcosa is inclusive. I've seen to it. It's part of my view on elevating untapped potential. We're going to save the world while being part of it, and every voice matters. So your corporate empire is really going to save the world from a strange aeon? A benevolent corporation would be a rare thing. I agree completely. Greed powers far too many corporate efforts. Shareholders value above all else. Money is power and power is money. If you're not spending it to reinforce your ideals, what's the point? Money just gets more money. To get more money is meaningless. I'm building Carcosa to be purposeful beyond its stock value. I've never been in this for the money, and neither are my handpicked champions of the walked gardens. We used it only as a tool. In fact, I'm hoping that once Carcosa comes to dominate the strange Aeon, we can do away with money entirely. A corporate mogul looking to destroy capitalism? Why keep it around? It'll be a relic that served its purpose. Change will be gradual, of course. No overhype, overpromising, overnight revolution like Niara promises. One day, it'll simply be obsolete. Carcosa can determine the best allocation of resources. Mankind will flourish into the golden age, free from need of despair. That's the endgame, Sparky. Once Cthulhu's dealt with, once all corporate rivals are down or merged into Carcosa, we'll reach paradise. Sounds good, eh? Good reason to get back at the old man's play. So wait a minute. He wants to essentially take down capitalism? Oh boy. I mean, it sounds great. Who doesn't like a utopia? But you're talking about unseating the centuries-old dominant way of thinking that's going to take work. Are you up to the challenge? Absolutely. You've heard my pitch. You know what I'm building. My ambition is clear. I'm going to do this. Not surprised you're doubtful. I'd be doubtful if you told a younger version of myself what lies ahead. Give it time, give it faith. Put your trust in me, and I won't steer you wrong. Speaking of backbreaking efforts and overhauling the entirety of human civilization, I've got to get back to that. Seems overthrowing. Capitalism takes a lot of work. A lot of paperwork. I need to authorize these reports before setup. Don't think I'm making any case very well, am I? Got a communication breakdown happening here, Sparky. Let's see if we can iron it out some other night. That night I had a weird dream. I was exchanging numbers for calories hour after hour. Today's special is tuna. No hands cut and fold, no way to assemble anything. The smell of the kitchen left me long ago. Today's special is tuna. At night, instead of rest, I would awaken in a special identical restaurant on the other side of the world. Today's special is tuna. I wanted to scream, to run, to hide. I could do none of those things. I could only move numbers. Today's special is tuna. No sleep, no rest, no wakefulness, only numbers. Today's special is tuna. And when I woke up as someone else. And then I woke up as someone else. Okay. Would I like to save my game? Yes. Because we are going to be done for today. Part of me only wants to play the Niar and Haster for a little bit, but I'm just